For our initial response on this topic, we decided to collaborate and make a video. While Angela is at the applying level, I am at the emerging level in regards to formative assessment. However, with the standards-based grading, we both feel like we are at the applying level in regards to standards-based curriculum and instruction, but we are at the emerging level when it comes to a standards-based grading system. We will both be researching this topic on Monday.
Formative assessment, in my mind, must include these three factors. First of all, it must assess both the teacher and the student. You're checking the students to see if the student learned the skill that's been taught, while at the same time you're checking and assessing your instruction in the way that you taught it. The second factor, in order for it to be considered formative assessment, it must guide your instruction. If needed, then you must readjust your instruction. You don't just move on in your plan as if you don't realize that the students haven't learned the skill. If they've not met the standard, then you have to go back and readjust your instruction. The third factor, in order for it to be a formative assessment, is unlike summative assessment, it must provide an immediate feedback. As an English language arts teacher, an example of a summative assessment would be a whole essay. I have 176 students, so in order to give them immediate feedback, that's not going to be possible. So that cannot be considered formative. A formative example would be something like maybe part of the essay or graphic organizers, a ticket out of the room, those kinds of things. So in order for it to be a formative assessment, I feel it must meet those three criteria.
Since I'm emerging and looking for guidance from my more experienced peers, I've taken Angela's definition and found some concrete examples of the formative assessment criteria that she just established. You can find some of these examples attached to this post. I use formative assessment all the time in my classroom, but do I use it as efficiently as I need to be? Probably not. The attached documents are some good examples of quick, easy-to-grade formative assessments that will help me measure my students' progress and adjust my instruction quickly.
I laughed when she said more experienced peers because as of tomorrow, I will be exactly twice her age. Where has this led us in our research so far? We both think that as English teachers, the hardest part about our instruction is unpacking our standards because they're recursive and they're not linear like in a math and science class. It's very much all the standards all the time. The curriculum that we've been developing for our district is definitely standards-based, but after our initial findings, we both feel the difficulty for an English language arts teacher is making the link between the standards that we've taught in our instruction and the grading system that is visible to the student and to the parent that reflects that skill-based instruction. Our plan is to focus our research on finding a grading system that will reflect the standard-based instruction that we've had in our curriculum.